Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Real Life Reviews with Kevin and E again. I'm Kev. That's E. How's everybody doing today?
What's going on, everybody?
Yo, E, man. Whew, man, it's been a minute, man. It's been like over a week now since we did our last review.
Yeah.
Man. So we're doing it back again. I guess we're doing back on the streaming networks again until some new movies drop that we're definitely interested to see. So what we're reviewing today, E?
Today we are interviewing the UnderDoggs. This is a film that I believe was produced by Snoop Dogg. He is basically playing kind of a washed up football player, which is kind of funny when I say it out loud. Snoop Dogg player. You know what I'm trying to say. Um, but yeah, he's washed up, gets in trouble, with a crash, a little moving situation. And he has to end up doing community service. And what better way to do community service than give back to the community that he has not visited in
20 some years.
Yeah, so that's the gist of it. Yeah, pretty good movie for what it is. Um, yeah, Snoop Dogg. I feel like it was a good message. Um, giving back to the community again. We've kind of seen stories like this before.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing really extravagant, I guess, to say, but it was a decent movie.
So I was thinking of this movie a little bit more, man, and I gotta say, bro, it was like, man, they kind of like they hinted at it in the movie, talking about the Mighty Ducks and Gordon Bombay.
Yeah,
it's like, man, this is like Mighty Ducks in the hood. I don't know,
yeah,
for football instead of hockey.
yeah.
It was a good movie. I really I thought it was funny. First of all, I
Yeah.
was drunk. One of my buddies, we was drunk off our
Mhm.
asses drinking it, watching this one. So maybe I might have liked it a little more because I was tipsy, drinking some beer and just watching this one. But
Yeah.
you know, I like Mike Epps in some movies, and I don't like Mike Epps in other movies. Right? I don't think he's the funniest person a
Yeah.
lot of times, but I thought he was really funny in this one. Um, I think Mike Epps really delivered in his comedic fashion, and he always does. I really like this. I think that Snoop Dogg, of course, did a really good job acting. But other than that, if you've seen the Mighty Ducks, you've seen this movie.
Yeah. It was kind of like a a mix of Mighty Ducks and maybe like Little Giants or
Yep, I was about to say it. Little Giants. It was just like an amalgamation of both of those movies combined,
yeah,
and here we are combined, and here we are, um, and we have the underdogs, right?
yeah.
So
It was a fun time. Fun time again. Like it's nothing too serious, nothing really to take too deep. Um,
if you
but yeah,
smoke,
huh?
watch it while you smoke. If you smoke, watch it while you smoke.
Yeah. If
Drink,
you smoke,
watch it while you drink.
whatever you're into, if you're just trying to relax, take it easy. It's a good film for the family. Maybe not for the kids, because
It's not a family film, bro. It literally says rated R. In the beginning of the movie, it says there will be cussing in this movie. And they made a little joke about like how it's real life, people cuss. It
yeah,
ain't a family film. This is a movie when you're like kicking it back,
hmm
drinking a little bit, maybe smoking a blunt, whatever you do, whatever your life, whatever picture fancy.
hmm
Watch that movie then. I think that's what makes it even more like entertaining.
hmm
Because, you know, you got kids running around talking about titties at 6 or 7, 10 years old, 11 years old.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I was gonna say. Is like the language was a bit coarse. I say that. Um,
I
it's
mean,
kind of
that's how
funny.
people talk, though.
Yeah, like I thought about it, and I was like, that's how like I wasn't like this when I was a kid, but like a lot of my peers were like, yeah, like they were loose with the mouth, man. Like these kids got some dirty mouths, and
I
I'm
mean,
like, you
that's
know
how
what?
they talk, bro. Like, that's just like the culture. That's how kids talk. I mean, I've been to different areas. It doesn't matter what your culture is, especially if you usually if you're American, in America, you might talk like this, no matter where you're from, right?
Yeah. It,
So
it was good, man. It had a decent cast. Again, you already talked about Mike Epps. Um, he was silly in this movie. Like he wasn't too over the top. He was just like, really relaxed. You can tell he was relaxed with working with Snoop. Like
right.
before in the past, or they know each other pretty well. So I feel like the cast had like pretty good synergy. They all seemed like they got along well and connected well. On set and like even in acting, like it felt like it was really natural. Like nothing was really forced.
I
Um,
agree.
so yeah, I mean, you had Mike Epps, you had Candy Burris, which was kind of funny to see her as the judge. Um,
That was funny. That was actually funny. You know what? I forgot. She's in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Man.
yeah,
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh, that just dawned on me. I was like, who is this person? She looks so familiar. My wife
yeah,
watches it all the time. Was like, and she was also part of the group Escape, right?
yep, yep,
Oh yeah, yeah, dope, dope. Superpower woman. That's I'm like, I love that man. I actually
yeah,
love to see her acting. That was kind of she did really good in that role.
yeah. You,
Yeah.
you had George Lopez, of course, who's a great, and then Tika Sumpter, who she's like in all the black rom coms.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, did you believe in like did you believe in the connection that they had? Their little
It's hard for me to like see Snoop Dogg have a love interest, right?
yeah.
I don't know why it is. Maybe because in the back of my mind, I know Snoop Dogg been married for some 30 odd years,
Hmm.
to a beautiful woman. And I'm like, Snoop, I don't believe this, man. But
Yeah,
again, I did not believe it, but it was hard for me to believe it.
yeah,
I guess that's like, I was kind of like, it's not like an oxymoron. I don't know. It was kind of hard for me to like, to get with it, but I ride it with it. It definitely could see like, Snoop definitely got game. The way he was saying some of the things he was saying, it
yeah,
was very believable. Um, so yeah, I guess I just wrote with it, man. I was like, it's part of the movie. They gotta have this
yeah,
kind of this kind of moment and stuff like that.
yeah,
The one thing I did like to see was like the son wasn't offended that Snoop Dogg was trying to holler at his mom. Like usually in all these movies, you see the kid get offended or like upset, and there's a rip between the coach and the coach and the player
hmm
because of that. But you didn't see that at all. It's like he was more accepting of it. Um, one thing I wish, man, I wish we saw a little bit more George Lopez, man.
yeah,
I think George Lopez is hilarious. I really wanted to see a little more of him in the film.
yeah.
Um,
He was
but
just more of a cameo. Um,
yeah, man, yeah, it felt like he was just chopping in there with little jewels and nuggets, and then yeah, man. And the funny, did you notice all the weed plants in his house,
hmm
in
yeah,
in
yeah.
Snoop Dogg's house, man? That was funny, man. That was real funny to
He
see him. Go
no, go
ahead,
ahead.
no,
No,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say he what did he say? Did he say he played like a Jedi mind trick on him where he Mr.
Yeah,
Miyagi or
yeah.
whatever?
And he's like, weed is a hell of a drug. And like basically, he's like,
Yeah, yeah.
man. Yeah. That's all I can say about this movie, man. I ain't got much else to say about it, bro. Honestly, man, I feel like it's a decent movie.
Hmm.
Um, it has its moments. It's got some humor, especially when the kids got drunk. I'm like, why? Like, I never. That was funny.
Yeah.
Everybody's peeing in the pool. Like,
Did you did you laugh when you saw that he was gonna be playing like the football that he's playing a washed up football player? Because I didn't read like the summary or the synopsis of the story. I thought like he was just gonna be like a local football coach. I didn't know that it was gonna have him supposedly being professional athlete. I mean, Snoop, he's like what, like 6'2", 6'3", probably like
Well, he was a dog in high school. They said like before,
yeah.
like they said he was actually a dog in football. And also another side notice, if you saw, you probably saw the end of the movie, but
Hmm.
Snoop Dogg has also been doing a lot of. He's had a community football league
Yeah,
in this community for over almost 20 years now.
yeah,
So he's very involved with the football community. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Also, he's a big Steeler fan. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't know that. I did believe it because I've actually seen clips of like Snoop Dogg or pictures of Snoop Dogg when he was younger playing football, and he was a
Mhm.
dog. He was a wide receiver actually. So I
I was
guess
just going to say,
he's seeing that and knowing that piece of this Snoop Dogg mythos, right? The Snoop Dogg life. I
yeah,
kind of understood that, and I was like, I can ride with him being a wide receiver in the NFL for real.
yeah, okay, yeah. I was going to say, if anything, I could have pictured him being a wide receiver, but tight end or anything like that. You know, no, I
Hey
think so.
man, it was good though, man. I like that part about it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's it, man. Let's go see what the critics have to say about this one, bro.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, E.
All right. So, Internet Movie Database gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 39%. Fandango gave it a 58%. That's, of course, the audience score for Fandango.
And guess what, ladies, and gentlemen, boys and girls, they and them who did not watch the movie again?
IGN.
Oh man. It seemed like we got one for Lyft. We skipped Snoop Dogg's movie. We skip Snoop Dogg's movie.
Hmm.
We get one for Lyft, by the way. Again, I'm saying we got one for Lyft from them, but they did not review American Fiction, which is also now Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Man, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. But hey, I'm not the guys working there. I'm doing this for you guys.
Yeah.
But IGN did not review this movie. I think Rotten Tomatoes is a little bit harsh. I think Rotten Tomatoes was very harsh on this film. I 39%. I don't think it was 39% worthy. I think maybe more of a 50 above, because like again, 50% should like it, 50% may not. That's my thought about this movie.
Yeah.
But it's time for my favorite part of every episode. It's time for the real guys rate. Let's go, man. Let's see what you got for me, E. You up first as always.
What we got? So, I gave it a 6.5 for pacing. Um, well, it actually wasn't too bad. I feel like for the, lightheartedness, the movie, I feel like the pacing was pretty good. I'm not expecting it to like wow me or anything. So I feel like that's an appropriate rating. Cast, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Really not like top tier Hollywood actors. I mean, you got Snoop, of course. You got Mike Epps, George Lopez, who they probably have like the longest filmography of anybody on there. So I feel like it was a decent cast. Cinematography, I probably could have rated it a little bit lower, especially when his I want to say that was a Lamborghini he was driving
Oh
got
yeah,
hit.
when the guy ran over.
Yeah, that was
that
video
that was
game
trash.
graphics, man.
That was trash, man. That was
Yeah,
trash.
that was like PlayStation 2 graphics, probably.
It was
Um,
very close.
but storyline, yeah, storyline, I give it a 6 out of 10. Again, we've seen it before. A little bit more mature for this movie, but we've seen this before with the Mighty Ducks, Hardball, Little Giants. So yeah, overall 6.3 out of 10.
As for me, pacing at 6 for me. Again, it's it's a movie to be what it is. It's a comedy. Um, Nothing stellar about the pacing.
Mhm.
Cast 6 out of 10. I kind of agree with. I agree with a lot of E sentiments on that one. Not a stellar, super stellar cast, but I did like some of the special people that popped up.
Yeah,
I like the cat from Hero and Kumar. I can't think of his name right now. He popped in as the sports agent for Snoop's character. Love seeing Candy Burris in there, so that was dope.
hmm
Cinematography 6 out of 10 for me. Again, I agree. The graphics, his car getting ran over wasn't great at all. I'd rather just have skipped that, just heard a car crash, and then that is sold it for me.
yeah,
you know, uh, storyline again. We seen it before. I mean, they literally like called out the Mighty Ducks for and Snoop Dogg trying to support
yeah.
these kids to get the mom.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, I mean, same kind of storyline almost, right?
Yeah,
Overall, 5.5 out of 10 for me. Again, still I like the movie enough. E, my question of the day is, man, would you recommend this movie?
I would. I would recommend it. Again, you're just looking for a good time. Just trying to take it easy. Friday night, Saturday, whatever. Yeah, just go over to Amazon and give it a watch.
I'll say this:
Not for
if
the kids.
you're drinking, watch the movie.
Yeah.
It's funny enough that when you're drinking and you're high. I'll say that. Would I watch it sober? I don't think so. Am I going to say this is the funniest movie I've seen all year? Not at all.
No.
But it's a good start for January. I'm seeing some decent movies in January. January is usually a down month, so I can't complain. So I would also recommend this movie under two circumstances: you either be high or you're drunk. That's
Hey,
for me. Um, but man, yo,
got some good stuff coming up.
we got some great stuff coming up, man. I can't wait to share more with you all. Again, uh, as always, that's key. I'm Kev. We're the real guys. Please follow us on Instagram at the real underscore real underscore life on Instagram. Please subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything you want to say, please, write a comment, hit that subscribe button. We want to hear from you. If there's any movies you see coming down the pipeline 2024, you say and Kev, I want the real guys to do a review. Let us know. We're open to all suggestions. So again,
Most definitely.
yo, as always, if you get every episode, remember this: life's a movie. Enjoy it while you're here.
Peace, y'all.